Welcome to this hands-on tutorial. In this video, we will walk through the complete workflow of building a demand forecasting regression model inside Amazon SageMaker Studio. We'll start by setting up the SageMaker domain, launching a JupyterLab Space, generating synthetic demand data, uploading it to S3, and finishing with model training, evaluation, and cleanup. Let's begin. Navigate to the SageMaker AI console. On the left menu, click SageMaker Studio. SageMaker Studio must run inside a SageMaker domain. Since this account does not yet have a domain, the console asks us to create one. Let's click the button to begin creating the SageMaker domain. We'll set up the domain for a single user. There is also an option for organizations, but for simplicity, we will stick with the default single user setup. Click Setup. This begins the SageMaker domain creation process. You can also watch the quick introductory video about Amazon SageMaker AI from the console if you'd like more background. Now click Next to continue with the domain setup. Before going further, note that SageMaker domains are not free. Any compute or storage created inside the domain will incur charges. Before continuing, we need to change the user profile assigned to this domain. The user profile must have an IAM role with permissions to the S3 bucket we'll use in this exercise. Otherwise, we'll encounter errors when uploading the synthetic dataset. I'll switch to a user profile that includes the correct IAM permissions. As you can see, this IAM policy provides all required S3 access. Now we're ready to continue. Go back to the SageMaker console. Next, we need a Jupyter notebook to write our machine learning code. To do that, we'll first create a JupyterLab Space. Click Create JupyterLab Space. Provide a name for this space. The default settings are sufficient for this exercise. Now start the space. A space in SageMaker is a self-contained workspace inside the Studio domain. It comes with its own compute resources, storage, IAM access, and tools like JupyterLab. It functions like a dedicated project environment and can also be shared with teammates. Once the space is ready, click Open JupyterLab. Inside JupyterLab, choose Python 3 Notebook to create a new notebook. Rename the notebook to something meaningful for this exercise. We start by setting up the environment. The first code block initializes the SageMaker session, detects your AWS region, specifies the S3 bucket and folder, prefix, and imports all necessary libraries. Let's take a look at the S3 bucket we're using. Right now, it's empty. Our code will generate 1,000 synthetic records and upload them here. Run the code block. Next, we add a base dataset. This dataset represents 13 days of real sales for a single product and store. Each row shows daily units sold, illustrating natural demand fluctuations. Now let's generate the synthetic data. This code analyzes the patterns in the 13-day sample, mean, trend, and weekend effects, and produces new daily entries to extend the dataset to 1,000 records. It adds realistic seasonality, a smooth upward trend, and noise to avoid artificial patterns. This generator is more realistic because it learns directly from the sample data, capturing true behavior such as weekday-weekend differences and the evolving trend. Now we combine the sample and synthetic datasets and save the result. Run this code block. By merging the real and synthetic data, we preserve the true historical baseline and provide a smooth transition into generated values, giving the regression model meaningful history to learn from. Now upload the dataset to the S3 bucket. This code saves the combined dataset locally, then uploads the CSV file to your specified bucket and prefix. Run the block. A message confirms the upload path. Now verify the upload in S3. As you can see, the dataset is now in the bucket. Let's return to the notebook. This step prepares the dataset for forecasting. The code extracts day, month, day of week, and weekend indicators. Creates lag_1 and lag_2 features to capture recent sales behavior. Sorts the data chronologically. Removes rows with missing lag values. These engineered features teach the model about seasonality, weekday/weekend patterns, and short-term dependencies. The output now shows additional columns for calendar features and lag values, giving the model more context for predictions. Next, we split the dataset into training and testing sets. This code performs an 80-20 chronological split. The first 80% is used for training, and the last 20% is used for testing. This preserves time series order and ensures we evaluate future predictions correctly. Run the code to train the linear regression model. The output shows the learned parameters. The intercept is the baseline predicted demand. The coefficients show how each feature influences the forecast. Lag_1 has the strongest effect, meaning yesterday's sales heavily determine today's demand. Weekend demand is slightly higher. Product ID and store ID have little impact because they remain constant. Evaluate the model, RMSE and MAE. Run the evaluation block. This code generates predictions on the test dataset and calculates. RMSE penalizes larger errors. MAE shows average prediction error. In our example, MAE is almost equal to 8.93 on average, predictions are off by 9 units. RMSE is almost equal to 10.95. Larger errors have more influence on this metric. Lower values indicate better accuracy. Visualize actual versus predicted values. The plot shows predicted and actual values compared over time. Here, predictions fluctuate while actual demand remains nearly flat. This mismatch indicates the model is overreacting to noise, likely because the test data contains very little variation. The model was trained on more diverse history, leading to unstable predictions during evaluation. XGBoost regression model. This optional step installs and trains an XGBoost regression model. It uses the same training data and evaluates accuracy the same way. The output compares both models. Linear regression, RMSE 0.21, MAE 0.17. XGBoost, 0 error. A perfect score usually indicates the test data was extremely simple or the model essentially memorized the pattern. In real forecasting, perfect performance is rare. To summarize, in this lab, we generated a 1,000 record synthetic demand dataset, engineered date and lag features, trained linear regression and optional XGBoost models, evaluated performance with RMSE and MAE, visualized predicted versus actual demand. This exercise demonstrates how regression models can support real-world retail demand forecasting and supply chain decision-making. This concludes the exercise. Make sure to delete all resources created for this lab to avoid unwanted charges. I'll start by deleting the space. Next, I'll run the script to delete the SageMaker domain. The domain deletion process has now started.